welcome to the Car Connection Workshop. We have lots of work on the go this week, and we are in the shop this morning working on finishing off the 2007 Toyota FJ Cruiser. Spring evaluation, we're just about there. We got brakes to do, a couple of small things, and clean it out inside would be a great idea. Give it a good deep spring cleaning. Find that tuna sandwich you lost and maybe a muffin that fell down the side of the seat over the winter, along with maybe a piece of a sandwich. And it smells bad. So we're gonna get that done too. I don't generally eat in the car because I am a slob. So I just don't. Anyways, today's video brought to you by Niagara Block, 5000 Montrose Road in Niagara Falls. They've been building Canada since 1931. Not with the screwdriver, probably with blocks, making blocks. They make all kinds of blocks. So when you look at buildings and the different textures of block, they probably made it. They also have angle iron, rebar, all those things for major building projects. But if you are looking to create that backyard space that you've always wanted, you know, where your neighbors go, wow, that's like better than my own. They can help you create that. Your very own backyard space where you can hang out. So for all your hardscape landscaping materials, they can also line you up with a contractor. Just talk to Kathy Grimo. Her husband is Dave Grimo and his brother is Dan, and they are the next generation at Niagara Block, 5000 Montrose Road. So check in with Kathy Grimo at the front desk in the office. Let her know that you need a contractor that you can count on. She has a list of referrals that you can take advantage of, and they can start the job, estimate the job, and finish the job, and then you can enjoy your project or your beautiful backyard space. Well, today, let's jump into the video. Then I have a little thing I want you to do in the next video, but I can't tell you in this video yet, but I will tell you in the next one. I want your opinion. Your opinion. Okay, so I'm going to jump in here. I'm just going to teach you a couple of things about air conditioning. And something that you need to really know is, what is your air conditioning condenser? It is a major component that makes up your vehicle's air conditioning system. And there's some do's and don'ts here. So before I fasten this grill in, I want you to have a look at a major component. Everyone should have a fire chicken. You can just pile stuff on it. It doesn't mind. No, we have to get back on this, believe it or not. There's the Rockets bumper. As soon as this goes out, I gotta paint that, and that's gonna be a video to show you. You can paint that bumper and correct it from sun scorch for less than 40 bucks. So stick around for that video. That would have been a YouTube short right there. Okay, so anyways, we got this out. This is your condenser, folks. And I'll let Skippy just model that for a minute while I get a light. Look it over. And what I really want you to pay attention to is where it's located, friends. Where is it? Well, you say, well, it's right there. Yeah, but where is it? Where is it? It's right up front.
I have a question.
Oh, Skippy's got a question.
Where is it?
Huh?
Where is it?
It's right here. It's right here. It's right up front, folks. And you have to know that. Now, I've cleaned this out, and I take very good care of my condenser. Why? Because if you want to be cold all summer in the heat, this is usually the first point of problems. And I'm going to tell you why. This is my hook up here. So in behind the grill, this is my high side test port right here. That's my low pressure cutout switch. Here's my low pressure port right here. And that goes to the evaporator in there. So it's hidden in there behind here, that area. So the car, they put it in and then they build the car around it. But your condenser is right up front. And why I'm picking on this is this is the big bucks. And I'm going to tell you how it fails. You might like me and you might not, but it's okay. I'm here to help you, not hurt you. All of you folks out there that I saw a bumper sticker a while back, and it was sort of funny. But when I really got to think about it, I'm thinking that is really stupid. The bumper sticker said, "I'm not tailgating you, I'm drafting." Okay, so for those of you who are NASCAR fans, racing fans, that's where they're like right up against each other. Tail to nose, tail to nose. That's what takes this out. So when you're driving down the highway and you're kissing the back of that car in front of you, or even worse, a transport truck, it's sandblasting this thing. And there's very tiny tubes. I'm going to show you with a tip. And it's made of aluminum. And aluminum is extremely soft. And when you have stones coming up off the road, you don't feel it because you're in there. But if you were up here, you'd be going like, back off, I'm getting sandblasted. And that's right, that's what's happening. So in the winter, when you're following the plows that are chucking out rock salt, it'll pop these tubes. That's a tube right there. See the horizontal lines? That's a tube. You only need one of these to get punctured and it's over. That whole thing is garbage. But here's the problem. If you think you're being smart by driving up the butt of a truck, that truck has 18 wheels and it's pulling every piece of dirt and grit. In fact, I'm going to get some grit for you. Just give me a minute, because you need to visualize this. And I find that when people can visualize something, you'll actually get a better idea. So I came through the driveway, and I'm just going to grab some of this. Here we go. Oh, this is perfect. Yeah, this is in my wheels on this truck right now, and you're tailgating me. And look what I'm firing at your AC condenser. That will go right through those tubes. And in the winter, when you're following, you don't think it's nothing to drive by as the sander's spitting out those rocks. That's what's killing your condenser. Same size of material, maybe even bigger. And the radiator that I had out of here, it actually had, I should have taken a picture, but it had a perfect picture of 8, looks like bullet points in the radiator. But it missed the tubes. It went in between. It went in between here. But I had 8 of them on this side. So rock salt would have come through, and if it had hit the tube, it would have cut it open. Question from Skippy.
Does that mean you were tailgating?
You're tailgating. That means you're tailgating, or no. When I see that, I will drop back. But when they're bouncing and you're moving and you're further back, those things pick up speed. So if I'm doing 110, which is normally where I would be, I'm hitting those pieces that are bouncing at 110 kilometers an hour. And guess what? Condenser's right there. But how did it hit the radiator? They got through somehow, because there's like 8 pock marks. Yeah, which is interesting. But this is the first point of contact for everybody out there. Everyone has a condenser. It has to be out front to get lots of airflow. And it gets plugged up with bugs and stuff. That's why every year I'll pull my grill just like I did, and I wash it. Do not take the air hose to it, fellas. You could use very light air pressure, but I'd rather not. I just water it out. And while the radiator was out, I washed it down with clean Varsol, because it had rust proofing on it, and the rust proofing was causing it to collect dust and plug some tubes. So this thing goes down even further. It's down here. See this? There's a grill down here. It goes all the way to the bottom here. So if you want to catch that, Skippy, it's down underneath. There's a shield that goes around this. I've got it off right now because it's going to get a wash and it's going to get painted and then put it back up. And it has to go back up because it's protecting all my transmission lines and hoses and everything that are down below. So they need to be protected. So I thought I'd point that out to you because, folks, you don't know what you don't know. And that's an expensive piece. And to get that thing out of there, parts, labor, and tax, you're going to be $1,200 by the time you get your air conditioning put together. So just keep that in mind. This thing gets basted by everything the vehicle in front of you is spitting at you, and it's hitting you at the speed you're driving. So is this going to survive? It will for a while till something hits the tube, and it just has to hit one of the horizontal tubes, and you've lost your refrigerant, and it's not fixable. It's
Stay back.
yeah, you need to stay back, because in today's world, we've been seeing this for a while as techs. Engine air filters, cabin filters are plugging up faster than they ever have. Why? There's so much dust and grit out there on the highways. They don't wash them down. They used to. They used to sweep them and wash them down. So that grit I showed you, it's out there all day long. And when you get behind an 18-wheeler, he's sandblasting the front of your car. And we're seeing a lot of that happening. So I thought I'd give you a heads up and say, you know what? That's an expensive little jobby there. I don't even want to replace. So I stay back 2 car lengths. And you might say, well, you know, here's my point, and I'm going to say it lovingly. If your life is that busy that you got to take the risk that you're behind a truck with 18 wheels and he can't see you, if you can't see the driver in the driver's side mirror on that rig, you're way too close. And me working on trucks, I worked for Peterbilt and for Mack Trucks of Canada. Let me tell you something, friends. If you can't see that driver and something happens to that rig, you're a dead man. And I mean that lovingly. If you know what I know, how trucks work, if he can't see you, you can't see him in that side mirror, you're way too close and you're in the dead zone. If something happens in front of him and he has to lock that rig up, you're underneath it. You're wrapped around it. You could lose your life. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Skippy, like you're in the no cough zone. Yeah, that's here, my bubble. Anyways, that was Skippy coughing. I hit the cough button, but it didn't work. So anyways, say hi to Skippy anytime you're watching the videos. Put a comment and say, hi, Skippy. So I say that lovingly because I don't want anyone to get injured out there, but you have to know and understand trucks. There's lots of them on the road. There's more trucks than I've ever seen in my entire driving career out there. So stay back. Another question. Skippy's got a cough and a question. Oh, okay. You feel better now?
What about cars being too close?
Well, the same thing applies. Is if you're drafting the car in front of you, everything, imagine that grit I showed you coming off show them the face of one of my wheels right here, how wide that is. It's a behemoth tire. Now come right straight in front of it so they can really see the tread. It's a behemoth. Now imagine that on the back of a pickup truck, an F-Series, a Dodge Ram, or a Silverado, spitting those little chips of stone into your radiator, into your condenser. It sandblasts it. It chips away. Another question. Holy smokes, I better lock this on. Okay.
What about when you're the driver of the pickup truck behind a car and you're too close?
Yeah. And that's a problem out there is all of you are driving so close to one another. And I had to, I went on a trip out of town up to a place called Waterdown, which is now basically Hamilton. I could not believe how many of you are tailgating. So there's you tailgating him, he's tailgating the next one, he's tailgating the next one. And I literally saw a car past me, and I'm on the outside lane of a 3-lane. So there's 3 lanes of traffic. He came out from behind me and drove between us. Not even in a lane. He saw a gap, he went straight down and between a truck, a transport truck. I backed right off because here's the thing, folks. You don't know who's ahead of you. You don't know them. The vehicle that's behind them that's tailgating that one, you don't know their driving skills. You don't know what they're thinking. You don't know what could happen. You don't know what's 6 cars up. You don't know what's 12 cars up. One person makes a mistake. You're in their nightmare. You're in their nightmare. And at the end of the day, here's the thing. It happened to my friend Jen. Hit right in the neighborhood and her Jeep was written off. It cost her money to get into another one. She lost money. You need to think about that. The insurance doesn't want anything fixed anymore. So if you get pounded in the front, they're going to write this off because all the costs, the plastic, the condenser, the radiator, everything up here's got to be replaced. They're just going to tag it off to the boneyard. And now you don't have a car. Now the insurance is only going to give you X amount of money. And you go, well, I can't replace it for that. Well, too bad. See how that changes quickly? So back off, folks. If your life is that busy that you need to pick up the tolerance to gain minutes to get somewhere, you're taking your life into the hands of who? All those in front of you. What you're saying is every single one of those drivers, 20 cars in front of you, are driving perfectly today. They didn't have an argument with their wife. They didn't stay up late last night and party too much. And they're on their way to work and they're really not in there and focusing on the one thing they should be doing, which is driving. You're risking all for them and your car. If your car gets wrecked, this is done. And the insurance is going to write it off. Now you're going to be upside down and sideways. So I wanted to share that with you. This is the first thing that goes on air conditioning. I've been doing air conditioning for 44 years. And I can tell you right now, how many of these I've replaced? A lot. And now the price of parts today, the average condenser can cost you $700 just for the part. That's no labor, no nothing. So something to think about. I'm just looking out for your safety because I always say the same thing at the end of every podcast and every single YouTube video. Happy, healthy motoring. Peace, patience, and kindness always. You need to practice patience out there. It's not a race, and don't put yourself at risk anymore. And know that car in front of you is sandblasting your condenser. And at some point, it's not if it will fail, it will fail. It's when, and it's going to cost you. So save yourself time, money, and a lot of frustration. Come and join us again for more Car Connection. Don't forget to help us out, to like, share, follow, subscribe, and your comments down below on the videos matter to building the channel. And join us on our Facebook and Instagram and Stevensville on the web. So come and join us on our community, and we'll see you in the next one. Oh, I almost forgot. Oh, yeah, the weather bell. I know you're enjoying the videos. Don't forget to ring the bell.